I live in a country, the United States of America, where we have a two-party political system in place here. Let me put that into a slightly different perspective for you. I live in a country, the United States of America, where we have a corrupt, two-party, criminal political system in place here that consists of the Democratic Party and the Republican Party alike. Some of you out there are probably saying that those are pretty harsh words. So for starters, I'm going to give you 3 basic reasons why I am making that statement. I want you to keep an open mind, think outside of the box. Also, I welcome any comments that you may have, whether you agree or disagree with this message. Shall we get started? Under the Bush administration, we were fleeced out of $700 billion to bail out the Wall Street bankers because they were just too big to fall. In return, some of these people that caused this mess in the first place bailed out of the company and received golden parachutes or severance pay, however you want to look at it. And we're not just talking a couple of $1 million per person. We're talking some major big bucks here. In the same breath, these same people received most excellent bonuses for a job so well done. And now let's move up to the year 2011, where we are right now. Those major bonuses are still going on right now. And in the same breath, what are these people doing? They flood Washington, D.C. with their lobbyists to push their agendas through. And in some cases, they just skip the middleman and just outright buy their guy in Washington so they can get their dirty laundry pushed through. Now, I don't know about you, but from where I come from, that's called thievery. Corporations that use their financial muscle to influence our political figures. Now, I'm not talking local corporations, the kind that you find in any town USA scattered across this country that are worth $1, $5, $10, maybe even $50 million a year corporations. I'm talking major, big-time, multi-billion, that's billion with a B, corporations that either hold government contracts or have government ties to our political landscape. In some cases, there are outside entities involved with these corporations that absolutely hate America and the American way. To make it worse, you look at our upper political landscape and you'll see that we have political figures that are either chairmen of boards with these corporations and or in some cases silent partners with these corporations. If you do not think for 1 minute that this does not have an influence on our political landscape and affect you and me, tisk, tisk, tisk. You are badly mistaken, and if you think otherwise, you are living in dreamland. Where I come from, this is called a conflict of interest. If you look at the governors for each state, including the other political figures on up the political ladders for each state, and you take time to study them and learn something about them, one thing will become quite apparent to you immediately. These people are neither worried or concerned about affording gasoline for their automobiles. If their automobiles break down, these people are neither worried or concerned about paying the mechanic the repair fees. When it comes to their homes, these people are neither worried or concerned about making their mortgage payments. When it comes to their child or their children and sending them to their schools of choices, these people are neither worried or concerned about tuition fees. When it comes to medical and dental issues, these are also non-issues with these people. My point is this: when you look at those that govern this country and that write the laws for this country, I want to say this one more time. When you look at those that govern this country and write the laws for this country, one thing is quite apparent. Most of these people, the large majority of them, are well off. My definition of well off is this: if a recession hits our country tomorrow, and God knows it looks like we've been teetering toward it for quite a while now, these people are not going to be overly concerned about putting food on their table or gasoline into their automobiles. And if it gets real ugly, these people will be in a position to get up and relocate to a safe haven. How can these people, whom either do not understand, and in some cases could care less that a large majority of today's American workforce has been put into a position of living on a day-by-day basis from hand to mouth, that's this thing here to this thing here, possibly govern this nation correctly? The answer is they can't. The proof is, look at the shape of our economy today and how we really got here. These same people refused to put any checks and balances into place to protect the American workforce from all of the jobs being outsourced. This was either done by design for the reasons of greed or to purposely rob the American people of their sovereignty. Because nobody is this stupid. As an American citizen, neither the Democratic nor the Republican Party represent me. Both parties have repeatedly demonstrated over and over again their complete and utter disrespect and disregard for the American workforce and for the rights of Americans, period. We have a disconnect in this country. We also have a major double standard in this country. That is, when you look at the political figures on the upper end of the political landscape, those with the muscle, those that write the laws and govern this country, almost always this large majority of people come in, they have extreme wealth and stature behind them before they even get elected. Whenever you do get that once in a blue moon anomaly that gets elected into a political position of power, these people can get nothing done unless they're willing to sell out to some hidden group somewhere. When our founding fathers wrote the Constitution of the United States of America, they did not put in there any place that I'm aware of for the highest bidder. But these people, they seem to believe that's in there. Now, as an American citizen, this just does not sit right with me. And that's why I made this video. I'm just a nobody that's wanting to get something off of my chest. This is an older video that I made a while back, but it was on another YouTube channel. I'm in the process of making a new video where I will try to lay out a plan of action in the hopes of starting a state-by-state grassroots protest movement, starting with all of the governors of each state and questioning any unconstitutional actions they may have committed in office.